Hi, everyone, and welcome to another installment of Tech Tools for Nonprofits. Again, my name is Candace Krell, and I am the Grants Manager at the Greater Kanawha Valley Foundation. This is our third video, and I'm really excited about the content that we're going to look at today. Today, we are going to look at video number 3, which is Marketing, Graphic Design, and Promotion. When we sent out the initial survey asking for different topics, this was a really popular topic that came up, so I'm really excited about it. I've actually created a companion document that we will make available on our website. I'm going to make this a little smaller just so I'm not interfering with the document here. So we're going to start off with presentations, and as you can see, this is a long document, so I'm not going to go through everything because that would be a lot, but we're going to hit some highlights and go through. I'll show you a couple examples, and we have quite a lot of content that I've added, different resources on where to go for training, how much things cost, if they have a nonprofit discount. So hopefully there's a lot of really good information there to get you started. So we're going to go ahead and dive in. I don't know if you know this about me, but in my previous careers, I actually was a graphic designer. I have a degree in graphic design. And so this is something that's really close and dear to my heart. So I was really excited to do this video for you. So we're going to go ahead and get started. The first one that I want to talk about are presentations and different software that you can use for presentations. One of the favorites here at the Greater Kanawha Valley Foundation is Canva. And I have a little blurb about Canva. I actually have an example here that you can click on that will show you what we've done here at the Greater Kanawha Valley Foundation, just to kind of give you an idea of what is possible through Canva. It is similar to things like PowerPoint, Google Slides, but it's just a little bit more robust. The thing that we really like about it is it has a lot of pre-made templates that can make it really, really easy to customize. You can go in, type what you're looking for, and actually, let's just do that right now. I'll show you how easy it is. I think I'm already signed in. So you go in, and I can just search here for templates. I'm going to try technology. And I am now shown just a bunch of different options for technology templates. So let's say I like this one here. I can click on it. It's just going to take a minute to load, and you can see there's a whole presentation here. I don't have to stick with that. I can if I want. It's really easy to customize. I can just click on the slide if I want to change the background color. Maybe I want something that's more purple. I can do that. I can change the individual graphics, make those look a little different. So there's all sorts of options that you can do. It's really easy. If I don't like one of the slides, I can actually come over here, and there's a whole variety of different slides that are already customized to this look or this design. So it's really easy to use, and we really like it. It's really easy to customize. It's not too difficult. So that's something that we really enjoy here. Like I said, there are different options out there, and if I'm showing you something, that's usually the one that I prefer. Does that mean that that's what you're gonna like? No. So if there's a better option out there for you, do some research, find what's best for you, find what works for you, and then use that. You don't have to use the ones that we recommend. This is just my recommendation through my experience, but I'm different. So do some research and see what you like. Some other options are PowerPoint, Google Slides, and Prezi. Those are all good also. And then this is where we're going to look at the different format that's in this companion document. So each recommendation will tell you how to access it. And if you click here, it'll actually just take you to the login page. But I'm already logged in, so that's why you're not seeing the login page. It'll show you the prices, so you can actually click here. You don't have to do this research on your own. I've already done it for you. And here are the different prices that are available. It will tell you if there's a discount available for nonprofits, so you don't have to research for that. A lot of different softwares do have nonprofit discounts. that wasn't something I knew before going into this. I knew some did, but I was shocked by the amount of nonprofit discounts out there. So you may be thinking, oh, we can't afford this type of software. You might be able to, you might qualify for a discount. So definitely check that out. I'm also including training. So if you come here and click on this, this one's for Canva, but a lot of these software solutions have a very robust training built into their software. There's a lot of support out there. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. That's something that I like to do is maybe like on a Friday afternoon, if I've gotten everything I need done, then I will go in and do some professional development and say, okay, I want to learn a new skill today and do some of these free trainings, which is really nice. So that was Canva. One of my favorites for infographics is Visme. I'm actually going to show you just a couple examples of what I've created with Visme. It is really similar to Canva, except we're focusing on infographics. So you may have seen some of these, and I can't zoom out, so I'll just show you. I have different graphics that I can add. It is a little bit more advanced than Canva because you're doing infographics, but it's the same. This was a template that I was able to select, and then I can customize it. And I was able to add my own graphics to get the look that I want, which I have that down as a resource. I can show you where to get those. So if you want to present really complex information like data, Visme is a really, really good option for that. I did include a couple different options that I have not tried. So I did review them and look them up and do some research. They had very good reviews, but I personally have not used them, but I'd wanted to give you different options just in case this wasn't a solution that worked for you. And then just like Canva, there's a whole host of different resources there in that companion document. So make sure you check those out. For fonts, you can download, there's a ton of different options out there. One of my favorite is FontSpace, and I'm just gonna show you really quickly. So FontSpace has a ton of free fonts. You always wanna check licenses when you're dealing with fonts to make sure that it is something that the user will allow you to use. So always make sure you check the license. But I can put here and say I want to look at something with technology. I can search that. If I want it to be for commercial use, so something that the license will allow me to use for commercial use, I can just click there. And then all of a sudden I have a ton of different fonts that fit what I'm looking for. So those can really help to add character to your projects, and you can do that for free, which is really nice. I did include DaFont. That is another good resource online. I've been using these since college, so we go way back, but they are really good resources. Unsplash, these are for free images. You can do, just search and pay for images, but there might be options out there that you don't have to pay, but you want to make sure that they match the look that you're going for. Unsplash is really good. I can come in here, search technology, and I have a ton of different options. You always want to check licenses again, just to make sure that it's available for you to use. So you always want to check that. And Unsplash is really good. I think you can click on them and it actually talks about the license, and I might be in the way. So you can download different sizes. A lot of them are free, so that's always good. And like I said, just always check the license. You don't want to get yourself into any trouble. So I'm going to close out of this one. Flat icons, so those icons that I was showing you with our infographics, I got those from Flat Icon. This is one of my favorite places to go. Again, I can come here, oops, type in whatever it is I'm looking for, and then I have just a host of different graphics that I can use. They have a lot of free graphics through flat icon, and then there's also more robust options if you do the paid option. I did put on this one a little pro tip. If you need to complete a project, but you can't justify paying a service, like a yearly service for if it's just too much, you can always do the monthly service. It usually costs a little bit more if you were to do it for a full year, but if you have a project and you just need it for like 2 months, you can always do the monthly option. And then once you're done with that project, go ahead and downgrade your account. And then the next time you need that service, you can just upgrade it. So that is an option to keep costs low when you're working on your project, which is really nice. Biteable is one of my all-time favorite video makers. I once got asked to make a video in 2 days and didn't really know how I was going to go about doing that. And I stumbled across Biteable, and it was so easy. They have templates. They have little snippets of like 10 seconds of video that you can customize to your colors. You can put in your own content. It's really, really, really easy to use, and I highly recommend it. I actually have a video available here that we've made at TGKVF using Biteable. I included a couple different options as well, but they are a little bit more advanced. So Biteable is a good introduction to video. You don't have to download any software. It's all done online. It's really, really easy to use. And I've included more information there. Again, there's that same pro tip. If you need a video, but you don't want to justify doing a yearly subscription, you can do the monthly subscription. Once you're done with your video, download that, and then you can cancel it. And then the next time you need to use it for a project, you can upgrade again. So that is one of the nice things about a lot of the software, is there's a lot of flexibility, which is really great. Email marketing and feedback. Here at TGKVF, we have used MailChimp in the past. Recently, we've been having some issues with that getting caught in spam folders, but it is a really good intro to email marketing. So I've included that here. There's also a pro tip with some ideas on how to go about troubleshooting if you do find that you're getting a lot of your emails in people's spam folder, because obviously that's not ideal. If you have something you want to share, you want to make sure it's getting in their inbox. So there's some tips there. They have nonprofit discounts, and they have a really robust training options as well. So Survey Gizmo, this is one that we use here at TGKVF. We use this for feedback, for surveys. Sometimes we use it for like simple reporting that we want to send out. And so you can build those forms, send them out, gather that feedback, which is really nice. If Survey Gizmo can be a little advanced, so if it's not a good fit for you, I've also included Google Forms, which is a little bit more simple. My phone is ringing. Okay, I've got that taken care of. Sorry about that. So Google Forms is a little bit more simple. They also have some really good web resources, so I went ahead and provided those there. Another good option is Typeform. So there are some different options. If the ones that I provide don't fit your needs, you don't have to use them. Do some research, find something that works for you. There are a lot of options out there. That's the great thing about the time in which we live. There's a ton of good, accessible technology that's just there waiting for you. So web design. I wanted to take a minute to talk about web design because that can be a big trouble area for nonprofits. It might not be for you. Some places, especially if you're small, it can be really hard to have a web presence and you want it to look professional, but you don't want to, maybe you don't have the money to pay for a web developer because that can be expensive. Wix is a really, really great option. They have templates. You can customize them to your branding. You can upload your logo. They have a lot of training that's available. I believe they even have what they call Wix Academy, which is really, really helpful for teaching you what you need to know to get a website that's professional. And you can do that pretty easily without a lot of web development experience or knowledge, which is really great. There's some different options out there as well for web design. Squarespace is great. Weebly is another one that I've used in the past. Obviously, there's more. There's more options out there if those aren't good fits, but those in my experience have been really good. And just having a professional web presence can be so big for up and coming nonprofits. Getting that web presence, having it look professional, sometimes that's the first touch point that people will have if you're applying for a grant, or if you have a job that you're trying to fill. That applicant, you know, that could be their first touch point, is to go and take a look at your nonprofit. So having a good professional web presence can be really, really important. Social media. So Hootsuite is really great for scheduling social media. I've used this in a limited capacity and found it to be really great. If you manage your Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and you want to have things that you want to schedule ahead, like maybe you're going on vacation, but you don't want your social media account to go on vacation while you're out of town and you're on the beach having a good time. So you can actually schedule ahead and tell the system when you'd like those to post, and it will post for you. And it does a lot of other things too. So that's a really good resource that I would recommend. I've also heard good things about Later and Loomly, so I included those in there as well. Okay, so I've made it through my list. I went through it pretty quickly just because I didn't want this to be a really long video, and there's so much information in that companion document that you can really dive in. I want you to use these resources for you. That's what they're there for. So if you don't want to watch the videos, you don't have to. Just use the companion document. If you want to watch the videos and use the companion documents, that's what they're there for. And then, of course, I just want to say, like I've said on here before, this isn't an endorsement of these products. These are just software solutions that I personally have found and liked. Does that mean it's the best solution for you? Maybe not. There's a lot of options out there. I did put a pro tip that if you are trying to find a solution and you're not exactly sure, maybe it just doesn't look right, you can always Google the name. Like if you wanted to look up MailChimp, and then you can say like MailChimp reviews and just Google that. And that will give you a better idea. You can read through other users' reviews and make sure that it's legitimate and that it's something that would work for you. So I always want to offer that as well. And lastly, I just want to say, do you have any software suggestions? You might have something that you're like, oh, I have a great website builder that I think would be really great. Send them to me, email them, and I can always update that companion document and provide that information to others. So we want to try to make this interactive, and your experience is important too. So thank you for spending a few minutes with me, and there'll be more of these videos to come. And we will, I'm sure, have another video coming shortly. So thank you so much, and I'll talk to you soon.